Hello world, and welcome to another episode of Marcel Hyde Mindset. And I've been watching a ton of videos that, mainly Myron Golden, and he's just talking about how, everything takes time, you know what I mean? In terms of, if you look at the bamboo tree, right? The bamboo tree, you can plant that bamboo tree. And if you give up in the second year or the third year of that bamboo tree's growth, you'll never see the bamboo tree, because the bamboo tree actually sprouts in the sixth year. So I want to start off the video by telling you, everything is a process. Whatever you're working towards, whatever you're striving to become, whatever your goals are, that takes a lot of time, all right? So you're going to have to find some enjoyment in that process of getting to the level that you want to get to, okay? It's all possible, right? It's done before. And I believe that if something is done before, then you can do it. And if it has never been done, why can't you be the person that creates it, discovers it, invents it? That is all possible, right? It all comes back to your mindset. And that's why I'm obsessed with mindset. And, this is the Mindset TV, the Mindset channel. And I live my life around mindset. No matter what's happening in my life, I turn back to my mindset, and it's everything. So if you could take a hold of your mindset and develop that mindset, you could create a life for yourself that you never even imagined. You could be dreaming something in your mind, and maybe you didn't even believe that was going to happen. And then you get that plus more because of your mindset. Your mindset is everything. So develop it, work on it. And if you need help and assistance, make sure you're watching my previous videos, all right? That will help you develop and strengthen your mindset. You need that inspiration, that word, that message, okay? Not these funny Instagram or TikTok videos that make you laugh. That's not helping you grow in any type of way. You need something that really gets into that soul, speaks to you and your heart and makes you make a change. These little funny videos that people are creating are these dating videos that these guys go up to girls or guys and be like, hey, who have you dated? And what has been your experience? Who cares? It doesn't matter. Those aren't the important things in life. It doesn't matter that you're not 6 feet. You can't control that. Your body, get yourself in the best shape. This is just worried about the wrong things, okay? And the video for today is men. I'm gonna speak to the men in their 20s. And if you're a man and you're 20 and you're coming across this video, I really want you to listen carefully. I really want you to listen to this a few times, digest it, and then come back, the next day or the next week and listen to it again. Because maybe, the second time, the third time, the fourth time, you hear something different and it hits you different, or the next time you come back to it, you've changed as a person. So now you're understanding my message a little differently, okay? So I'm just gonna give you the straight up truth. I'm 35 now and I've went through my 20s, and my message to you is focus, focus, focus. And when I say focus, I really want you to focus on building your bank account. Build that bank account. Do not take the money that you're making and spend it on women. Don't take that money and spend it in the club. Don't take that money and spend it on clothes, designer clothes. That's a waste of your money. Live below your means and just save as much money as you can. And then when you've saved enough money, you can invest that money, whether it's real estate, stocks. I'm not a crypto advisor, maybe crypto. For some people it works, so maybe crypto. Maybe invest that money in a business, invest that money to take a course that is gonna help you put more money in your bank account, And the reason why I'm speaking to you, because in your 20s, those hormones are running wild. The self-control could be lower than a man, say, in his 30s. Could be. Men in their 30s could still not have self-control. But in your 20s, it's a lot harder, You see a girl and you get super excited, and then all of a sudden you're chasing her. You know, you're giving up shifts to see her. You know, every paycheck you get, you're spending on her. You know, and then at the end of the day, year 2, let's say it didn't work out. You know, you spent all your money and you're left with nothing, and she's going to find somebody else, right? Maybe that person she finds has money, and she's going to do the same thing to that person. So make sure you set yourself up first. I don't care what anybody says, anybody feels some type of way. No, you got to set yourself up first. Stack the money. You know, if you have enough money, buy some real estate, get your own place. You'll feel a lot better when you got your own place. That's yours, you own it. If not, you know, if the real estate price is too high, get a little rental spot or a condo or apartment that you have that's yours. You know, get your own spot. Have your own money. When things come up, you can pay for it. You're not living paycheck to paycheck. You know, and you have time on your hands, especially if you're living at home. You have minimal expenses. You know, maybe you give your parents a little bit of money. Maybe you don't give them any. Maybe they're like, just save. Don't take that all of a sudden and buy the latest game system. Don't take that and buy the biggest TV. That's not time. That's not a time to get comfortable. You know, living at home. That's a time to create, stack, develop, grow, learn. Because when you leave, you know, you might not have as much time because you're so focused on, you know, paying that rent, paying that mortgage, whatever you have. So use that time. You're in your 20s. You have time on your hands. Don't waste it. Cut out drinking. Cut out smoking. Things that don't serve you and move you towards your goals, get rid of it. All right? Network. And when I say network, don't network at the club unless you plan on being in that industry. Network at business events. You know, if you live in big cities like New York, Los Angeles, Toronto, there's free events you could go to. There's like the money show. There's like personal finance groups. There's different type of seminars and workshops that you can go to for free, that you can meet people that maybe they're looking for employees. Maybe they're looking for partners, and you can connect with them. You know, put all that stuff aside, the partying, the drinking, the girls. If you find one that's on the same mindset as you, then you can build with that person. But if you're running to the club every weekend, popping bottles, and then taking Saturday to recover, Sunday to recover, you're just not going to make it. You're not going to win, all right? Things are getting that much harder. It's not getting easier. It's getting tougher with the economy. You know, you look back to 40, 50 years ago, people working in factories were able to buy real estate. People with professional jobs now are not able to buy real estate. So things are real. All right, I can only imagine if you come across this video. I don't know when you're going to come across it, but you're going to come across it. And it might even be tougher when you come across it. So when you're 20, you should be focused. And maybe when you're 15, 16, you might have to start. I don't know where the economy's going. It doesn't look like it's going in a good place right now. It's just getting more expensive. So maybe when you're 16, you can start saving. Because when you turn 24 and you finish, maybe you go to university or whatever you do. Let's say you go to university or college, or you start to opt out, you start a business. There's a chunk of money for you when you come out. You're not relying on anybody to give you money. You're not relying on the bank to give you a loan. Because then the bank gives you a loan and they charge you interest. No, you have, let's say you start at 16, time you're 24, you have 50 grand saved. You know what you could do with that? You know what you could do with that? Start a business, invest in stocks, invest in real estate maybe, a little condo or studio. Who knows? You know, invest in a property overseas. So forget about all the partying, forget about all the drinking, forget about all the designer clothes. That stuff is honestly just a waste of time. It's not going to change. Honestly, you buy that stuff thinking that people are going to like you. Well, that's the wrong intention. If someone likes you because you got Louis Vuitton belt on, then that person really doesn't like you. Get away from them. You know, and if you got a car just to impress someone, you go broke. You buy a car and you go broke, paying that car that you can't afford. All for what? To impress people? Forget that. Stack your money, live below your means. All right, if you got to step out once every 3 months, every 4 months. But the focus should be building that bank account, getting your body right, building a relationship with God, that spiritual side, staying as healthy as possible, keeping your mind strong, and developing yourself and your career, all right? Everything else, forget about it. It's not going to help you. It's a waste of time, all right? So this is for my men in their 20s, and maybe some 30-year-old men are just getting on that track right now too. So subscribe, hit that like button, hit the notification bell, grab the ebook in the bio. Mindset is everything.